Some stories never finish the way we imagine. They don't get neat endings, grand declarations, or wedding vows under a canopy of flowers. Instead, they pause in the middle of a sentence, leaving us wondering what could have been. Angels call this an incomplete love story written by fate. Not because it was meaningless, but because it was meant to awaken something deeper within you. Think of that person, the one who walked into your life and changed everything without even trying. They weren't just a passerby. They were a chapter written in golden ink across your soul. You laughed with them in ways you hadn't laughed in years. You felt seen in their presence, as though your heart was finally understood without explanation. And for a while, it felt like life was building toward something beautiful. But then, circumstances, distance, family, choices, or even timing itself became the wall you couldn't break through. You told yourself to move on, to bury it, to act as if it never mattered. But deep down, you knew this wasn't ordinary. This wasn't just another name in the story of your life. Their absence felt louder than other people's presence. Their memory lingered like perfume in a room long after they'd gone. The angels want you to know. This was not punishment. This was preparation. Some souls come into our lives not to stay forever, but to awaken the parts of us we had silenced. That person may have walked away, but what they stirred within you, courage, creativity, depth, vulnerability, remains alive. Maybe you loved them from afar. Maybe you tried and they didn't meet you halfway. Maybe you were separated by borders, careers, or obligations bigger than the two of you. Whatever the reason, the love itself wasn't false. It was pure. In fact, sometimes the truest love stories are not the ones that end in marriage, but the ones that live forever in the heart, unbroken by reality. Imagine a musician who plays a melody but never finishes the last note. The silence that follows is haunting, but the beauty of the song remains unforgettable. That's what your story was. Unfinished, yet eternal in its own way. Angels say this love was fated to be incomplete because it was meant to turn you toward yourself. The parts of them you admired most were a reflection of the qualities hidden inside you. Their courage was the courage you're now being asked to embrace. Their tenderness was the tenderness you're meant to give yourself. Their honesty was the honesty you must now live by. Fate may have closed the chapter with them, but the story continues with you. There's a truth many never realize. Not every incomplete love is a tragedy. Some are blessings in disguise. If it had gone further, maybe it would have broken apart in ways that left scars. Instead, it left you with a memory that still glows softly, reminding you that your heart is capable of extraordinary depth. This is why angels call it sacred. Because an incomplete love story is not an end. It is a seed. It pushes you to grow, to write the rest of the story, not with them, but with the life you now have, to pour that love into your art, your family, your friendships, your future partner, who will not just inspire you, but stand beside you. Even now, that person may think of you too. Souls that connect on that level rarely forget. They may not speak it, but somewhere in the quiet moments, your name rises like a prayer. They too carry the ache of what if, even if life has carried them elsewhere. And yet, the angels want you to hold on to this. Love never truly ends. It changes form. It becomes gratitude. It becomes strength. It becomes a story you'll tell yourself on nights when you doubt your worth. I loved so deeply once, it changed me forever. So if you find yourself grieving what never finished, know this. It doesn't mean your story is over. The incomplete one was only the prologue. The chapters ahead are still waiting, and they will be written with more wisdom, more courage, and more faith than you had before. Sometimes the greatest gift fate gives us is not a person to stay forever, but a person who reminds us what forever should feel like. Prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for the gift of love, even when it arrives unfinished. Heal the heart that aches for what could not be. Transform longing into wisdom and loss into growth. Guide the soul toward relationships that are mutual, available, and divinely blessed. May they carry the beauty of what was incomplete without being bound by it. Let love in its truest form find them in perfect timing. Amen. Affirmations. I honor my incomplete love story as part of my soul's journey. I release the ache of what if and welcome the joy of what is to come. My heart is open to love that chooses me, stays with me, and grows with me. Have you ever wondered what your true soulmate really looks like? Your angels say the answers are already written in your destiny. If you feel called to discover, click the link in the description and see for yourself. Thank you for staying with us.